You know what else I like? I like pie.
Pie is good. Cake is superior.
Cake is good.
Cake is superior.
I think it depends on what kind of cake and what kind of pie, really.
I'm willing to admit some leeway.
For instance, I'm not a fan of apple pie, but like a chocolate cream pie.
See, I like when it comes to fruit pies, I like having cold fruit pies. I don't like having a piping hot apple pie. No, I like it when it's cooled down.
Mm-hmm.
So all the flavors have had time to mesh together. It was a good time.
That makes perfect sense.
I feel like the movie Heat settled this. Waingro was pro pie, and Waingro was the worst. So anything he says was clearly bad.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Heat.
Yeah, I saw that once in the theater, and I remember it being good, but I don't remember there being a pie conversation.
That was back in the video rental days.
Yeah.
So I remember renting it at one point.
It's Michael Mann's magnum opus. Great heist movie, great crime movie. Come on, guys.
No, it's a good movie. I saw it. It was an excellent film.
You're supposed to own a copy of it and make it your entire personality, Jacob.
I save that for the movies I 100% thoroughly enjoy.
Okay.
Where you got that, we're talking, like the 13th Warrior and Big Trouble in Little China. The things that are guaranteed. If this is on when I happen to see it on television, I am probably going to watch it until the end.
Well, yeah, obvious choices there for any of us who grew up in the 80s.
So Loki has joined us, by the way.
Welcome.
Yes. Lafayette, I have returned.
So we are live right now, just to let you know. So make sure that whatever you say is for public consumption. I wouldn't recommend admitting to crimes right now. I wouldn't recommend airing of personal laundry, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, laundry. I have to do laundry.
And in about 2 minutes, we will actually start the actual podcast.
All right. So who all's here?
So we've got Charles Rice.
Nice.
We've got myself, Darrin Drader. And we've got Jacob Blackman.
Oh, cool.
Or do you?
Now there is somebody
only his laundress knows for sure.
There is somebody I've come to know as Jacob Blackman present. I've always assumed that was actually Jacob Blackman, but it is always possible that it's an imposter.
It is. There is always the distinct possibility you have a duplicitous entity on your hands, passing itself off as a creator.
I've drawn a lot of mimics.
You have, and I have deeply enjoyed all of them so far. So are we doing straight up audio, or are we doing video as well?
We are doing video.
Okay.
We're just watching the countdown right now.
This is the full podcast experience.
It's
very
the ball
dramatic,
drop, but it's a D20.
I would start singing the final countdown.
Oh gosh!
I don't think we can afford the licensing for that.
But
correct.
Depending on the quality of the singing, they might not even want to acknowledge that it exists. Because you're watching a band backing you up.
And as long as we keep it under 20 seconds.
This is also true.
So speaking that we're under 20 seconds, there you go.
Oh my.
Hey, we've got Zangmodius in the chat tonight.
What's that?
We've got Zangmodius in the chat tonight.
Oh,
he is one of my players and a regular viewer of the channel.
Outstanding.
Oh, and look at that. The countdown timer has ended. So we will stop sharing that screen. And you can now look at our lovely faces.
No, I don't know if lovely is exactly the adjective I would choose. Gorgeous, maybe, but
well,
magnificent locks of hair upon you, Loki.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
However you want to put it, we're all professionals in the gaming industry. So that said,
oh my God, are we?
We are.
Last time I checked.
Oh, I hope so.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, and then we will start talking about the post-apocalypse. Looks like GM Cody has joined us as well. Good evening to yourself. Good evening to you as well. So anyway, Chuck, we'll start with you.
Hi, I'm Chuck Rice. I've been knocking around the game industry for 25 years at this point. Worked for RPG Objects, worked on some Darwin's World stuff, self-published quite a few things. Did nuclear, what the heck was that called? Nuclear
Sunset.
Sunset? There we go, with Darrin. I always confuse it with the other one. And did some work for Mayfair Games for a while during the Catan days. And now I'm trapped in my own private Vietnam, which is my science fiction game, which will come out someday. I swear to God. One of us is going to kill the other, and I'm not going to be the one who goes down.
I've seen quite a bit of that game too, and what are you waiting for, man? Look good.
Yeah, game. It's a shock to everyone. It seems like it should be done.
All right, Loki, your turn.
Oh, me. Short form, French Creole New Orleans native, displaced to Cincinnati by the joy of hurricanes. I live under what could loosely be called the supervision of my girlfriend Jamie and 2 cats, Jamie not being resident. I started playing D&D back in '79 with a copy of the white box somebody gave me, and been at it ever since. And my favorite thing in the world when it hit, eclipsing D&D by a big margin, was first edition Gamma World.
Sweet.
Excellent.
So, and all of my various campaigns have visited the spaceship and the barrier peaks at one point or another, just different riffs on it every time. I've been published and professional, as Darrin put it, since about 2012, 2013, whenever Dark Roads and Golden Hills from Kobold Press came out, the planar book. That was my first published and paid work. And since then, I helmed the entire Pathfinder line for Savage Mojo with the Palace of Lich Queen series, which was insanity development-wise. I did probably about half of the pop culture catalogs for Starfinder through Everybody Gaming. Worked on half a dozen different companies. My primary favorites to work with were the guys at Legendary Games. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm big. I'm loud. I love post-apocalyptic stuff. I love planar weirdness. I was co-manager of Planewalker for about 15 years, and we got 2 silver Ennies in that time. So we evidently did something right somewhere. Either that or Clueless paid somebody off. I'm still not completely clear on that. But yeah, that's about it. I am told I'm a bit on the what was the euphemism? Exuberant side a lot of the time.
And that's a great thing for a podcast. All right, Jacob. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Jacob Blackman. I am a freelance illustrator and writer in the tabletop role-playing game community. I have been actively publishing since 2004, but primarily I have been doing illustration work. I have done work for all 3 of these people who you see here. At one time or another. I am the creator of the Superpowered Bestiary and Superpowered Legends series for Mutants and Masterminds, which is what I'm most famously known for. And otherwise, yeah, I've worked for several dozen different third-party RPG companies and have a great time doing it because art is what I love. I've always done it. I wanted to be a comic book illustrator, but that didn't really work out. So I segued over to my next favorite thing, which was tabletop games.
And you do an amazing job.
That's been working out pretty well for me.
This man has a depraved imagination, and if you're not familiar with his work, go visit his website. You will absolutely love at least 20 things that you find there.
Yeah, if people want to check out my work, you can find my stuff at deviantart.com/prodigyduck, PRODIGYDUCK. Otherwise, I've got a Patreon where you can help support me.
I've always wanted to ask, what kind of prodigy is the duck?
The electronic dance beat British kind. When emails first started being a thing in the bygone days of the late 1900s.
Oh yes, I remember.
We all had to come up with our first email address, and they usually recommend use your name. I was like, I don't want to use my name. I wanted to use a title. So because I noticed that most other people liked to use a title. So, and I was trying to think of what to best represent me. What do I like? And it was like what, and at the time, Prodigy, the band, was playing on the stereo.
Right.
So it's like, okay, Prodigy, great. But I probably can't just be prodigy.com at Yahoo or whatever I was signing up for.
Oh no, that's solid background music, man. I totally endorse it.
and
Bear Gen XGM, sorry, he says, what's all this then? Hey Bear, how's it going? So by the way, Mike was supposed to be on tonight, and this is going to be a co-BAMF podcast. Mike is apparently getting very sick right now.
Yeah.
I met up with him briefly before we got going, and he was taking a puff off his nebulizer. So he's getting sick. It's legitimate. So we're carrying on without him.
And wishing him all the best in a rapid recovery.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So anyway, introductions. Last but not least, I am Darrin Drader. I've been a game designer since 2000. I have worked as a freelancer for Wizards of the Coast, Paizo Publishing, Mongoose, Legendary Games, and I could keep on going and going and going, but I'm not going to do that. But what we are gathered here for today is we're about to launch a Kickstarter on Thursday for the post-apocalyptic game that I am calling Apocalypse or Apocalyp5e. So to that end, actually, before I run the video, I'm going to mention one other thing, which is that you can find all the stuff that I currently have up for sale, which would be the Daring and Dread campaign setting, the Last Fleet to Vega standalone 5e based game, the Reign of Discordia setting, and various other adventures and other titles. You can find them through DriveThruRPG under Darrin Drader Designs. So if you're looking for some money, if you have some money to spend, you're looking for some stuff to buy, I'd like to think there's some good stuff there. A lot of people tend to enjoy it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and launch into the video that Mike so kindly made for this Kickstarter. We'll go ahead and do that now.
humanity didn't collapse, it burned. Fire, radiation, bioweapons, rogue AIs. Centuries of chaos tore civilization apart and rebuilt the planet in poison and steel. From the ashes rose the survivors, mutants, scavengers, degenerates, warlords, machine hybrids, and relic hunters, each fighting to stay alive in the radioactive ruins of North America. This is their world. Welcome to Apocalypse, a complete standalone tabletop role-playing game built on the foundations of 5e and redesigned from the ground up for post-nuclear adventure. No other rulebooks, no conversion, no guesswork, everything you need to run a brutal, high-octane campaign straight out of the book. If you love Gamma World, Fallout, The Wasteland, or Wild Gonzo post-apocalyptic chaos, this is your next game. Apocalypse, the old world is dead. Your adventure begins now.
Yeah,
All right, so what do we think of that, huh?
I heartily approve. There is somewhere in this, though, to be true to the spirit of its ancestry, game-wise, there's got to be a dude with a stop sign shield.
100%.
I agree. I don't have that piece of art yet. Maybe Jacob could help me out at some point.
I'm pretty sure I've already drawn it.
Outstanding.
I'm not surprised.
But let me know if the noisy cat is too much interference, and I'll shoo her out.
Zangmodius says, ROD being Reign of Discordia, is fun. I may be biased. That's because he's in my game.
Who's GM Cody out there? I see a Le Bon Temps Roulette on there.
I am going to assume that GM Cody is a regular viewer of the BAMF podcast because I do not recognize him on my channel. Hey guys, if you're watching this channel for the first time, feel free to subscribe, or even just follow it. The more the merrier. On this channel, we typically play actual games twice a week, actually on Thursdays, and then every other week on Mondays. So if you like watching live play, go ahead and follow us and join us when you get the chance. So anyway, talking about Apocalypse5e. I'm the person with all the answers. Do you guys have any questions?
How gonzo is it?
How gonzo is it?
How preposterous can I be?
Can I play a bear who can drive a car?
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's a low ante. Man.
Okay.
One might say that's just a bear, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, awakened animals are totally legit for mutants.
I agree.
Two-headed bear.
I agree. So to answer your question, I think that level of gonzo is certainly possible. Mutant animals are going to be represented in the game.
Excellent.
So
Nutria.
And there will also be a system for road warrioring. So yeah.
Perfect. Can I play a plant who can drive a car?
Again, that is something that should be supported by it. By the time I'm done designing it, I think it'll happen.
Well, as I see it, the essentials would be your unaltered humans, your mutants, your mutant animals, your mutant plants, cyborgs, and androids. Am I missing anything, guys?
That sounds we might do the ghoulish type as well.
Oh, like Deathlock the Demolisher?
I mean, there comes a point where you're copying Fallout a little too much, so that one's still kind of questionable, but likely. But yeah, you're right. So one of the things that about this particular build of 5e is that it's going to be classless.
Interesting.
I mean,
Yeah.
being the approach.
And the reason, to my way of thinking, is that in the post-apocalypse, there's not going to be structured things for you to do, structured careers.
Yeah.
Instead, you're going to be kind of picking up skills and things you can do along the way, which I think is better
Right.
represented by something where you can literally build your class as you're advancing.
So kind of like the way 07 operates once you go past 7th level.
Probably.
Basically, the idea of 07 Pathfinder was for more modern style settings. It was the Pathfinder version we did Bloodlines and Black Magic under at Storm Bunny Studios. I didn't get to work on the core book, by the way, just one of the supplements. But basically, once you hit 7th level, you stop gaining levels. And at that point, as you go up, you choose feats and skills and class abilities, like one at a time where you would have gotten a level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way that I'm probably going to put this together is there's going to be certain things that I don't want mixing with each other, like rage and sneak attack, for example.
Mhm.
And there will be
But why?
subclasses because you will become the most powerful character ever.
Well, rage requires Gonzo Berserker. Sneak attack is precise.
Yeah.
Which doesn't.
Yeah, they're in opposition, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't have both.
Right. So there is still going to be the subclass, and the subclass is where I'm going to introduce kind of these channeled paths. Like rage, like sneak attack, that type of thing. But for your average level, you basically go in and it's a lot like feats. It's a lot like picking up feats, really. You're going to have your pool of class abilities, and as long as you qualify for the class ability, you can take it. It's going to be that simple. And I'm going to have a huge selection, so as to not make it, so that each path is too narrow. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
give it a spine and let people build what integument onto that they wish.
Exactly.
But still levels?
Still levels, yes.
Okay. All right. So not the full, because the other way to do it, if you ever saw the Mike Merle's godlike conversion for 3rd edition D&D, he was literally letting you spend experience points for specific abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still going to have levels. It's just at every level, you're just going to get to pick from a la carte.
That would annoy me because I've become very used to many years of milestone leveling rather than XP.
Yeah, the way that I designed Shadowhawks is very similar to that, actually. Mm-hmm. And you've seen it. Very few people have seen. Very few people have actually seen this one. It's not my biggest seller, but I think it's a fun game. But that's what you do is as you earn XP, you take that XP and you spend it on various things. So we're not doing that with this one. It's still milestone leveling. But it is classless milestone leveling. The closest thing you're going to have to a class is your subclass.
Nice. I like the simplicity of the approach.
Another one of the big differences is that at some point, when they were working on 5th edition, Wizards of the Coast decided it's a good idea for all PCs to hit about 70% of the time, which I've heard from many people gets boring.
Yeah.
And as somebody who runs it, I find that kind of boring. The PCs can jack their armor class all the way up to 20 something, but the monsters are sitting there with armor classes like around 10. And with all the bonuses they have to hit, 70% hit rate. I am changing the damn math. I've already worked out a mathematical system that works like the monster creation system that's already in the 5e DMG, but not the 5.5. Don't ask me why. Although I have changed it so that the armor classes are a little higher and the hit points are a little lower. Because the way I see it, what is the point of even rolling to hit if you're virtually assured that hit, you know, there's no, you know, there's
I think there's a place for a return to the no, you have to earn it approach.
exactly. Even if
I
I
mean,
means rolling.
if you have to go to great lengths to earn it, then like in my game, if people want to feed out of one of the supplements or something, they got to basically road trip and find someone to teach it to them. But you got to work for it. Then you value it more. Its loss or your temporary deprivation has much more impact, and they're much more invested in it and tend to take a lot more pride in it, rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Master Jacob?
Well, some of the things I'm curious about in this is it's more the setting stuff as opposed to the game mechanics stuff, because I'm not so much a mechanics guy. I love lore. So it's like, how much of this setting is going to have is there going to be magic or psionics? Is there going to be
Psionics, yes. Magic, no.
Okay.
Yes.
I loathe the idea of magic in science fiction settings. So
Nice. Perfect.
what-
Are you using a custom system? Are you going DreamScard compatible? What are you doing for the psionics? That's my meat and drink.
I already have a psionics system which I worked out for Reign of Discordia 5th
Sweet.
edition, which I'm just going to copy paste.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you have factions and
Oh, yes.
nations and stuff and already in mind?
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
city states, man. City states rock.
so I'm gonna show you the map, which I know isn't exactly the question that you asked, but I'm gonna show it anyway.
Oh, maps are always welcome.
Yes, indeed. Cartography for the win.
So this is the map of the American wastelands. It may not be completely finished. I might change some names here and there.
I can't quite tell because it's small on my screen. Is New Orleans underwater? Ooh, almost. All right. There's enough there to work with, because when I work on the Deep South, I'm definitely doing a treatment of my hometown.
Oh yeah, and that's part of the fun of the genre too. So
I'm seeing like intelligent nutria people mafia, among other things.
and that's going to be the fun thing, is that to some extent there's going to be new groups in each region. Now, obviously, we can only put so much into one book, but a good portion of this book is going to be the Gazetteer of the American Wastelands.
Nice.
And that is a piece of the project that I plan on handing you, is the American South.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've already got visions in my head for Biloxi and Miami.
Mm-hmm. Just as I will be doing probably the 4th interpretation since I've started this, of doing the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, you and I get geographically typecast, but neither of us seem to mind it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's my own doing, really. I started doing post-apocalyptic gaming stuff with Gamma World when it was the alternative version.
Yeah.
And I wrote up this fan-created thing called the Darkland Empire. And the Darkland Empire is where I took the Inland Empire, Pacific Northwest, which is where I live and where I'm from, and post-apocalypticized it.
Good new vocabulary word, opera clap.
And since then, I've done that for D20 Apocalypse, which I worked on with Owen Stevens, who we all should know. I've done it for Nuclear Sunset Pacific Northwest. And here I am doing it again. So, but this is also going to be, I mean, there's going to be a lot more to it, obviously, than just this one section. So, unlike the Pacific Northwest product, I'm going to be able to kind of pull it back and look at other things as well. So that'll be kind of cool.
Nice.
So what other questions do we have?
Well, okay. So this is a setting question. Have you got a particular point of technological advancement in mind for when the chaos brought everything down? You know, are we looking at possible Star Trek level relics, or are we looking at stuff that's more modern day, like in Planet of the Apes? It's a very important distinction.
It's certainly not going to be Star Trek level, but it will be more advanced than we are today.
A couple of 100 years.
So something more cyberpunk level?
Probably. I mean, we're
Well,
talking.
if we're doing cyborgs, we actually kind of need to go to that level at least.
Exactly. So yeah, the existence of cyborgs means that, you know, we've got to have artificial intelligence. We've got to have robots. Now, the thing is that we are probably within 5 years of that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Tesla is working on the household robot, as are other companies.
Yeah, I was going to say, far from the only company.
I'm just annoyed that, you know, it didn't happen 20 years ago, because I was promised, based on the Cyberpunk RPG, that we would have stuff by the year 2000.
Hey man,
we would have cyber eyes and links to the internet.
And flying cars.
And poker gangs.
No, you guys are missing it. We got the cyberpunk future we were promised. It's just we didn't get the flying cars. We got the corporations running everything.
Yeah, we got the crappy society, not the toys.
Stop with your feature creep. They gave us 50% of the cyberpunk future that we were promised. Okay.
Yeah. Although, just sometimes, I do love living in the future, because these things.
Oh, it's almost like having your own tricorder at times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we were probably all into early computers, like back in the 80s, right?
Oh yeah.
Commodore 64, Apple, you know, whatever. And back then we were dreaming of what computers could be one day. And we kind of had that by the year 2000. And now, 25 years after that, the computers have just gotten better. I just got a new one last year. You know, what's next? Robots.
Yeah.
Hey, when The Matrix said the year 1999 was the pinnacle of human society, and we all laughed and we laughed and we laughed.
You're not the first person to point this out. I believe it's a meme somewhere as well.
Yeah, I've heard this pointed out before. It's an interesting observation. So anyway, getting unless anybody has any other questions about the game, which we're here to promote.
I'm going to assume that we've got solid vehicle and vehicle combat rules for the more road warrior aspects and such. I can see battles up and down the I-10 easily.
I am going to adapt my Starship rules to vehicle combat.
Okay.
Basically, it just needs a few things changed, namely that there is a top speed for vehicles, whereas starships do not have a top speed. Other than that, they kind of work the same. So then we just have to have like certain models and the way that they move in relation to one another. Due to the fact that a lot of this is going to be taking place on broken roads and stuff like that, instead of moving like one hex per, say, 10 miles an hour, I think it's going to be just calculate the differential from one vehicle to the next.
That's what I was going to suggest. I've used that to great effect, and you run out of map very, very fast.
Exactly. Yeah.
Otherwise. you know. But if you're just tracking where they are relative to each other and allow the driving checks to close and open the gap there, you can actually build some nice cinematic drama at the table with the chase.
Yep. Agree. We're totally on the same page on this one.
So
That's
lasers,
why I
yes
like
or
working
no?
with you. You and I think alike on a number of things.
I know, it's scary. What was that, Chuck?
I said lasers, yes or no? I'm
Oh, yeah.
asking the hard-hitting questions
I
that
vote
people
yay.
want to know the answers to.
Absolutely, there will be lasers.
All right. All right. As long as I can get my pew pew on with my bear, I'm all in.
But we can't do laser swords, can we?
No.
Damn.
It's not a
No laser
lightsaber, it's a
sword,
laser
sorry.
beam sword. Totally different.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that
It's almost a bit like worn out.
Mhm.
I think at this point.
Oh, I know. My first Gamma World character had one though. So,
it's so much a part of a certain science fantasy franchise
I know.
that at this point I kind of feel like having that.
Damn it! If I'm plagiarizing anybody, it's the Sun Sword from
Thundar.
Thundar the Barbarian.
I can see
Yeah.
that. I can
Yeah,
see that.
Thundar was my introduction
what
to
I'm
that kind of
seeing,
thing.
yeah. I mean, when I ask about Gonzo, keep in mind that's one of my big inspirations.
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. As I'm working on this, we need to keep the conversation going because I want there to be a level of Gonzo in it, and that's one way to do it is to keep bouncing things between each other.
Oh, look, I'm totally picturing like 6-armed mutants riding into battle on giant grasshoppers.
I see no reason why that couldn't happen. As a matter of fact, in Nuclear Sunset, we had the mutant frog army,
Nice.
Oh,
which
wow.
made it onto the cover of the novel that I did for that setting.
Nice.
Well, everyone,
now you see,
everyone
now
goes to Frogtown eventually.
Yes.
we need to develop either a faction or an opposing we need the mutant toad people now,
Mm-hmm.
because you already got the frogs. Now you need the toads.
Actually, no. What you know what you need to do? You have the city of the frog people, and you have their evil rival, an entire city of mad scientist flies.
I love it.
I'm not worthy.
I love it.
Nicely done.
Keep in mind, these are going to be the exceptions, not the rule. The rule is going to be,
Dad.
it's if you don't have normality somewhere, then the crazy stuff gets to be a little bit.
I know.
A little too normal.
The mad scientist flies create armies of giant bugs and just throws them out into the wasteland.
Oh shit! Damn, it's gnats.
So anyway, I think we've actually spent quite a bit of time on the game here. I wanted to talk a little bit about what our post-apocalyptic influences are, because I know there's a lot of them. For me, I think it started with the Road Warrior. Outside of gaming, gaming it was Gamma World and Fallout. But for me, it was the Road Warrior, and then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. What about you guys?
For sure, Fallout and Gamma World, I would say, were huge for me. Road Warrior as a game concept was always a bit too vanilla, I guess I would say. But Fallout always hit the right kind of note, I felt like. Gamma World was a bit too gonzo, so Fallout was always in my heart of like just weird enough.
I would agree with that, actually. Fallout was the first role-playing game, whether it be computer game or not, whether it be computer tabletop, that was post-apocalyptic. And so for me, it's like that's like right down the middle, like right where my brain is at.
Yeah. And then someone in the chat mentioned Walking Dead. Obviously, as a guy who wrote a zombie apocalypse game after zombies, The Walking Dead is also huge. Like that is as grim as it gets, although it has a bit more gonzo than people give it credit for. They do have a guy with a tame lion, leopard. What is that guy?
Well, they did until the zombies tore it apart.
Of course.
Spoiler.
I mean that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So this will not be a zombie game. There
Right.
might be ghoul types, but they're not going to be truly undead. They will be living.
They will be irradiated.
Yes, irradiated, falling apart type people. Jacob, what about you?
Well, for influences, I never actually played Gamma World. My actual first post-apocalypse game was Rifts. Take that as you will. As in terms of outside of gaming influences, I really do enjoy, as we mentioned, Thundar the Barbarian. That was probably the first thing I ever did that introduced me as a child. And then, of course, you have all number of movies and shows that showed up during that era of time. Because the first Terminator film, when they have those flashbacks with Kyle Reese, it's like, I want to see more of this.
Uh-huh.
With the giant machines crunching the
skulls.
entire road of skulls.
An iconic shot.
Shall we mention Terminator Salvation?
Yeah,
we shall
Sure.
not.
I liked it, frankly.
I didn't have a problem with it. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful.
You know what I liked about it was we finally got that promise of this is the future. The world has been nuked. Humanity is fighting for its survival against robots, and we finally get that movie.
Yeah.
And it was originally supposed to be the first of a trilogy of movies, and then when it didn't do well in the theater, they went back to the original format, and they've done 3 sequels since then. They've all sucked. They should have stuck with Plan A, I think.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are definitely some of the more noteworthy influences I've got. Besides that, I've enjoyed the Fallout games, but, peripherally. I've never actually played them, but the Fallout series that has been streamed,
the TV show,
that was wonderful.
Yeah.
Season 2 is
any of the Romero, zombie apocalypse films, those are always fun.
Cool. Loki, what about you?
Earliest was a novel called A Canticle for Leibowitz, which is
okay.
Wonderful little post-apocalyptic thing. Then a couple of years after that, Thundar the Barbarian hit, and I was instantly addicted to that. Any number of pulp novels that I can't remember the name of that we got 3 for $1 at Kmart and stuff like that.
Did you ever read the Deathlands series at all?
No, I didn't.
I've read one of the books. I have a whole bunch of them digitally. I do intend to get back to it. It's a fun series to read, and it's very much like Fallout or Mad Max, something like that.
Yeah, I need to make more time for relaxing reading.
Yeah. I've never actually I didn't get to see Thundar the Barbarian when it originally aired, due to the fact that I got 2, 4, and 6 because I lived out in the country and those the only channels. So I never got the chance to actually watch it. I've heard a lot about it. I've never actually seen an episode.
I'll send you a link. It's on archive.org.
That'd be cool. But A Canticle for Leibowitz is actually interesting because in college I took a science fiction literature course,
Yeah.
and A Canticle for Leibowitz is actually one of the first novels that we read in that class.
Yeah, my dad gave it to me when I was about 10 years old. Wonderful, wonderful book and beautiful literary triptych.
Honestly, at this point, I don't remember much about it. It's been about 30 years.
Basically, it's three novellas strung together. The first one is about 80 years after the bomb drops in this little monastery where they started killing all of the professors and the scientists and everything, proud to be simpletons. It's you intellectuals that got us into this, sort of movement afterwards. So this one physicist named Leibowitz runs and hides with the monks right after the war. And this is like a generation or so later where they have kept up the tradition of hiding books. They're bookleggers. And they
was the
save
part
it.
I remember.
Yeah, and they save all this stuff. They don't know what it is. Like one of them does this beautiful illuminated copy of a transistor radio schematic, and things like that. Then the second one is about 150 years later when civilization's back, and it's at about medieval to Renaissance Europe levels, and there are tensions. And then the third novella, closing everything out, is the monks trying to prep the starship and get out because the bombs are about to drop again. And you've got mutants and other such all through it, but it's grounded in such a magnificently realistic feel. I mean, your mouth gets dry reading about the desert stuff because it's all in the middle of what becomes the kingdom of Texarkana.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's one of my big inspirations. Road Warrior and such, obviously.
Oh yeah,
obviously, I absolutely love those. A very obscure 80s sci-fi film called World Gone Wild, starring Bruce Dern as a psilocybin mushroom crunching dispenser of wisdom in the desert outlands outside Vegas, where there's one source of water. And his little crew of mercenaries he has to put together because there is a cult leader who his holy book is Helter Skelter. Okay. And the cult leader is magnificently creepy and brilliantly acted by none other than Adam Ant.
Cool. I've never heard of this one.
It's obscure as hell, and it's just terrifically fun. It's a very simple, low-budget movie. Bruce Dern's dialogue alone is worth the whole thing. But yeah, it's a lot. And then you get Adam Ant in the white suit as the twisted, psychotic, homicidal religious leader, and who totally believes his own bullshit.
Hey,
I would say those are my largest inspirations. I mean, and one other that I can't believe I forgot this one. My earliest great love, Commandy, the Last Boy on Earth, Jack Kirby, baby.
Jack Kirby.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways, Commandy and Planet of the Apes really cemented my early view of what a proper post-apocalypse should look like.
So, question: have any of you read this book called Z is for Zachariah?
I've heard of it.
No.
So this is a weird one because it's technically a children's book, and it was read to me in my third grade class. Now, in this book, the nuclear war has happened. There's a girl living alone because, her parents died in the apocalypse, but there's like this weather inversion that protects this like valley that she lives in. And one day along comes a guy in a radiation suit, and that's kind of where the book starts. And it was funny because this book was, like I said, it was read to me by, I believe, my third grade teacher. Tell me that's not a little bit nightmare inducing. It's like, oh, you're in third grade, and suddenly you find out that there's these super weapons that could blow you up from hundreds of miles away. And by the way, even if you happen to survive that, then there's the radiation that's going to kill you later on. And if you don't, and then hey, if you survive that, then everybody's going to be crazy after that. Yeah, I mean,
All
and
I
this
have
is
to
a
say,
lot to drop on a kid, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so here's this children's novel, which
Hey,
which
Darrin,
totally goes to all that. Yes.
if you really want to scare yourself, go look at translations of some German fairy tale books for children, like Struwelpeter. Yeah, or which contains lovely little interludes like the Thor, the story of the guy who comes through with the big scissors and chops off the thumbs of kids who suck their thumbs too much and things like
Nice.
that. Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Struwelpeter is the one to start with. It's a collection of about 10 or 12 of them. Come here, buddy.
You have a cat friend. I have 4 of them. Fortunately, they're not bothering me at the moment. They love to wait until I'm streaming and then jump up and get in my face.
This
Well,
one
it's the best time.
This one likes to sit and yell at me. Say hello to the world, Puck.
But in terms of some of the more recent post-apocalyptic films, of which there have been many, especially the monsters that come and destroy society because people make too much noise. I've really enjoyed a couple of them. There was one with Nicolas Cage called Arcadian, which was a pretty good sleeper hit. I highly recommend that one. And there was another one which was a little more gonzo, but is still pretty good, called Love and Monsters.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I really recommend those.
I finally got around to seeing The Book of Eli, and I quite enjoyed that.
That's a great movie. It really is.
That is good.
I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Yeah.
It really, I think it does the genre justice.
And then there's Starman's Son, much older Andre Norton book.
Oh yeah.
Our protagonist is bonded with a psychic cat, and he goes on an Arthurian quest into the irradiated city.
Cool.
And I believe there are chuds involved, Jacob, which makes it a book that you should read right away.
Okay. I do always like Morlocks.
Just in case people aren't aware, a chud is a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Oh, okay.
That takes me back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
See, what I was thinking was the movie Chud, which goes back to the 80s, which I'm not sure if it stood for that or not, to be honest with you.
That is exactly what it's from.
And then there's a Kevin Smith reference in Clerks 2 where he calls somebody a chud. So anyway, I didn't actually know that they were talking about Morlocks.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have been going for about an hour already, believe it or not. I think that we should probably, I was planning on going for an hour, so we should probably call tonight. But do we have any final thoughts? I will start with Loki.
Since I forgot to in the beginning, if anybody has any desire to look up my stuff, it's a little out of date. I need to add a few books, but planejammer.com. And I can also be hunted down on Discord under Dungeon Master Loki.
All right.
Other than that, looking forward to it. And do I have some twisted ideas to run by you already now that I've got a bit to do?
We're gonna have some fun. This is gonna be, I hope the Kickstarter does well so I can hire you guys.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't do well, unfortunately, I can't, and I've got to do the whole thing myself. It'll be a better product with more people involved. It's just that simple.
It's always better when it's a jam session,
Yeah. Jacob, final thoughts?
I am curious onto some of the logistics of the books. Obviously, you're going to have the game rules with the world in there. Do you have plans for like a separate monster manual? Because usually there's with a project like this, you're going to need an apocalyptically large bestiary.
Critters.
The plan is to have a bestiary included, and then um, it, if sales warrant, there might be another bestiary that comes along after that.
Nice.
Any other final thoughts?
Just
Chuck?
looking forward to it, man. Sounds great.
Cool. All right. Well, for those watching, I would just like to point you back to the Kickstarter pre-launch page, which it's a little scroll thing. We'll go through and show you what it is again pretty soon. And at this point, the project is not live. It will go live on Thursday, New Year's Day. But if you'd like to help me out, you can become a watcher. Kickstarter will notify you when it goes live, and by watching, it will also help with the algorithm and help get that in front of more people. So please sign up as a watcher. It costs you nothing.
And not only that, remember, being a watcher means you're the one that gets to give Reed Richards the ultimate nullifier to stop the whack.
But yeah, if you this is a great time to put out a product like this, because there is a popular new video game that's hit the industry with Arc Raiders that is very much, it's the post-apocalypse. It's a robot apocalypse in this case.
Mhm.
But it's all about being a scavenger, going out and finding things to bring back to civilization and help rebuild.
There will certainly be some scavenging mechanics.
Excellent.
So I guess final thoughts from me. Check out the Kickstarter. Check out my other stuff. Go to drivethroughrpg.com, Darrin Drader Designs, and look at my various products I have available. Jacob has worked on some of them. And I'm excited for this. It's, I worked on D20 Apocalypse for WotC. I had my own setting, which was through Vigilance Press, which Chuck worked on with me. And this is, in a sense, especially if we get Owen. Owen is tentatively signed on to it as well. It'll be kind of like getting the band back together and going out and doing this again. And there are some 5e Apocalypse books out there already, but none of them taking quite the approach that I am, I think.
Oh, we can be much more fun.
I believe we can. I could probably do another podcast where we just take a look at them and say, this is what I would do differently. But I'm not going to do that.
I just want to indulge myself a little bit, and I also, allergic cat. And I greatly look forward to the opportunity to couple my fevered rantings with his art style.
All right, very cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Maybe we'll do another one of these soon. Maybe we'll get Mike next time. Anyway, we will see everybody later. Bye.
Night, everyone.
Hi, everybody.